trying to escape.
What is it?
It's a surfboard. What planet are you from?
KO-35. Do you know of it?
Smart Alec.
Alec? No, I'm Andros.
Hey guys, it's Joe with that hashtag show. I'm with Chris Khayman Lee. Again, Andros from Power Rangers in Space. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good. How's WonderCon been so far?
It's been fun. It's been very tiring, but it's been fun.
Been a little, did you get any network opportunities with the comic?
I did. Yes, we talked to probably at this point like hundreds of people. I mean, so many people, it's crazy.
Let me ask you something about that real quick. So obviously you're doing the webcomic, and it's time consuming, I'm sure.
Yeah.
End goal though, do you ever see this going into like, you know, it could be an animated series or a movie? Because it's a trend obviously in Hollywood now.
I would love to see it as like an animated movie. Maybe not as much like live action film because a lot of the characters would have to be CGI, and I really hate CGI.
So you're really doing it just as a comic for your love of comics?
For right now, yeah, that's definitely it.
And we talked, I remember the last time we talked, you have a big affection for your favorite X-Men, Beast.
I do.
Are you currently still reading X-Men?
I haven't read it in quite a while because
it's rebooting again.
I know. Oh man, with Marvel Universe, everything reboots. Like you give it half an hour and everything's rebooted again.
It's true. It's true.
No, I haven't read anything current in a while.
Real quick, back to Power Rangers. When your experience on Power Rangers in Space, you kind of you kind of were the final chapter of the Zordon era, and a lot of people.
You think?
Yeah. Right?
I did stab him. So,
you did. Like you were the person that's technically responsible for killing Zordon.
Yeah.
That's a lot of. Did you ever get any fan hate for that at all? No, probably not.
You know what? No, I did.
Did you?
From young kids.
Really?
Yeah, because they didn't really get it. They just kind of saw it as he killed Zordon. He's bad.
Really?
You know? Older people, they kind of got it.
Right,
you know,
right.
In the story, he's like, he had to do it. If you don't do it, all the bad guys win. So do it. You know?
Well, yeah, because at that point too, like with Mighty Morphin all the way to space, that it almost seemed like it was an arc, almost like the fans were kind of growing up in that 5-6 years of that series, of that duration.
Yeah.
You also came back twice actually. Once with the team up with Lost Galaxy with your boy Danny.
I did. Yeah.
And you also came back for Forever Red.
Yes, I did.
Any fun stories with because I talked to Dan Southworth and he said he had a good time working with all you guys. He was the Ranger.
On Forever Red, that was a lot of fun. That was the first time that I met pretty much all of them.
Really?
I already knew Danny.
You knew Selwyn too.
I knew, yeah. Well, of course, I knew Selwyn, and I knew Danny Slavin, and I knew Sean Johnson, but everybody else never met him before.
Really?
So yeah, that was the first time, and it was a lot of fun. I spent most of my time there hanging out with Jason Frank.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys had like a bond out there, huh?
Yeah. We had never met before, but it was just kind of like, you know, he just came up to me. He's so funny because I hate to say it, but he is Tommy. You know, he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, how you doing, man? I'm Jason." I was just like, the camera's not rolling, dude. You don't got to talk to me like that."
But that's just how he is.
That's how he is. He's just really cool and chill like that. So
it's good for the franchise.
Yeah.
There's obviously going to be a movie in 2016. Andros. Doing the hair and putting the color.
If there's going to be anything to do with Andros in that, nobody's told me yet.
I know that's obviously, but would you come back for it?
Oh, would I do it? Possibly if Andros had a haircut.
Hey, Tommy got a haircut, so.
See, I know, right? And it's like, no, he can't change his hair because he's an alien. No, I can change my hair. I don't care.
Did you get contacted for the legendary battle, the Super Mega Force thing?
I did, but unfortunately, like, I was already in the middle of doing something, so like when they got at me, it was just like, no, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this, guys. I'm really sorry, but I can't do it. So,
if they contacted you now to come back for a future season, is there a possibility that Andros could make an appearance?
Again, it really depends on the hair issue.
That's the biggest issue. So, Saban, if you want Andros back, give him a haircut, and he's in.
As long as there's no bleaching, fine. We could dialogue about it, but if there's bleaching, no, we're not. No.
You down to take some fan questions?
Sure, hit me.
Here we go. They're video questions.
Okay. Okay.
Hello, I am Jason Ferguson, otherwise known as Jason Ranger, and my question goes out to Christopher Khayman Lee, Danny Salvin, Valerie Vernon, Melody Perkins, and Daniel Southworth. My question is, while filming, or just after filming your seasons, were you recognised by a fan for your role in that season, in your season, and what are some the highlights you can remember from that, or if you can't name from that specific moment, just like name examples that you have done. So thank you for taking the time to answer my question, and I'll be signing it.
Okay. So when I was filming, was I ever recognized? I believe that's what you're asking first.
Were you ever recognized as for Andros, and like a specific moment that kind of like was like, whoa, you know, a specific fan sighting moment for you?
When I first started the show, maybe I was like 2 or 3 months into it. I was out one night and I was just getting something to eat, and there was a guy that walked into, I don't know, I went into like a Fat Burger or something like that, I can't even remember. But I walked in, and then there's a kid that walked in behind me with his girlfriend, and this kid noticed me, and he was like, dude, aren't you a Power Ranger or something like that? And I was looking at him, and the thing that just tripped me out about it was that he was my age. And I was like, why are you watching Power Rangers, man? You're too old for this.
You know, and I'll say this though, the fan base though is grown. Power Rangers now is more of like a legacy thing now.
Yeah.
So 20 some odd plus years, and the fans are really growing up with it. So now I think it's a little bit more. I see what you're saying though.
Yeah. This was 17 years ago. I mean,
17 years ago. You believe that?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't believe it. Yeah. I mean, I was 20, and this guy he couldn't have been. He had to be like 18, 19, something like that. So he was like my age, and it was just like, wow, man, why are you watching this? Don't watch it. Go watch something else. I don't know, but
He loved it.
yeah, he did.
Next up, let's see.
Hi, my name is Omar Cabrera, also known as the Juice Man. This is a question for all you guys. I just wanted to know, who do you guys look up to? Who are your heroes? You know, who did you grow up watching that was your hero? Or is still your hero to this day? It could be anybody. It could be a character from a TV show, a comic book superhero, just a person. It could be an actress or singer. Who did you guys look up to? Because I know I looked up to you guys when I was sick and I had cancer, and I'm currently in remission, and you guys helped a lot. You guys were there for me every day, and I just wanted to thank you, and you guys are great, and just keep on being great. You guys rock. Thank you guys, and thanks for being such great people to your fans. Thanks, #show, and thank you for answering my question.
Oh, wow, that was deep. Okay. So who is one of my heroes?
Fictional, non-fictional.
You know, I have a lot of heroes. One of my favorites though is Darth Vader. I love Darth Vader. Just because from a writer's standing point, the character, a lot of people don't understand that when you're writing a comic book, when you're writing a bad guy, if you want to write a bad guy well, he doesn't think that he's the bad guy.
Right.
Everybody is the hero of their own story.
Right.
So in his mind, I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to go out and I'm going to beat the shit out of Luke Skywalker and all these other guys because I am right. I'm standing up for what is right. And that's what makes him a great bad guy, is because in his mind, he's not a bad guy. So I always like that about the character, that, you know, he's intimidating, sure. He's like 19 feet tall and he can choke you from about 80 miles away. But beyond that, it's the way he looks at things is that, yeah, I am doing this for the good of everybody.
Right.
And I just think, wow, that's just really crazy.
So Darth Vader,
Yeah.
the villains. It's always good being bad.
Yeah, it is.
I think we have one more.
Okay.
My question is for you, how did it feel to be Power Rangers ended up killing off Zordon out of anybody else they could have chose? How did it feel to be you? And also I want to know, some other questions. How do you think your battleizer, when you finally had to go through, would go up against everybody else's battleizers? Thank you for your time. Appreciate your question.
So first question was,
I've never heard this question before.
I'm sure.
Ever.
how was it to be the guy that killed Zordon? That's something that's just, it's not going to go over.
I had a feel. Yeah, I knew it was either going to be what was it like when you killed Zordon and destroyed all our hopes and dreams, or what was it like when you got your hair bleached and your head was on fire for 8 hours a day? One or the other, right? Okay. As far as the whole Andros killing Zordon thing, he had to do it. This was something that had to be done. This is not something that, I mean, if you watch the episode, you see, he wasn't like, Zordon was, he didn't say like, oh, Andros, kill me. And Andros was like, yeah, sure, what the hell? He didn't do that. He was like, no, I can't do this. You're the good guy. You're the boss. I can't do this. He's like, no, you got to do it. Fine, okay, I'll do it. He finally got talked into doing it. It was not something that he wanted to do. This is something that, he was pretty conflicted about. So, how does it feel that I did it? How do I feel having been the guy who did it? I feel pretty great. Because everybody else stayed alive. All the bad guys were done. They turned Rita and Zed into like good, nice, happy people at the end of it.
Did you know Rita actually makes an appearance in a way further off season called Mystic Force as the Mystic Mother? She actually comes back as a good person, believe it or not.
Well, I didn't know that. But that would not have happened. That would not have happened if Andros didn't kill Zordon, because then she was a good person.
That's true. And the second question was about your battleizer. How would it stack up against other Rangers' battleizers? I'm pretty sure that yours was pretty badass.
Mine was the best. I mean, there's no it's just
That
mine is
big
the
with the spiral saber?
Yeah, and I got wings.
That's true. You did get wings. You did get.
I mean, come on. I grew wings and like what, 900 pounds worth of muscle?
That's true.
I'm pretty sure I win.
One last question I have for you is, where do you think Andros is in the Power Ranger universe now? Like, if you were writing it, where do you think Andros would be currently?
Probably flying around with the mega ship with Zane stuffed in the meat locker in the back, because that's just what happens to him. He always just, let's just say accidents happen. I don't know. Probably not hanging back out on Earth or anything like that.
So not with Ashley. Done.
Probably not, because I mean, if everybody, if you all remember like the first episode, Andros basically pointed out that all of the other Rangers were they were borderline monkeys.
Really?
I don't need them. Yeah.
So in Andros' perspective, at least for your perspective of Andros, it was just kind of like, that wasn't necessarily a team even. Like,
not really.
Just like his...
Would any of them have become Power Rangers if he didn't come out and physically hand them the Power Rangers?
At that time, probably not.
Thank you.
Did they? Well, because they lost their powers from Turbo. That's probably true.
That's right. So they would not have been Power Rangers if Andros had not actually given them the morphers to turn into Power Rangers.
I can't wait till we have Selwyn Ward on to ask you a question about that.
I'm sure he'll ask me very nicely, too.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Not a problem.